Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Kagam. Okay, you know what? I told you it was Louis Vuitton week this week, and I was not kidding. So a few days ago, I was just on the website looking at things. You know how it is. Louis Vuitton's website is so like sticky. They're always adding like new bits to the site. I think almost every day they have new arrivals across all of their categories. So I was just looking, just looking and seeing what's going on. There's so many new Dauphines. I covered that new pink Dauphine. One of you told me that you ordered it after watching my video. Okay, so I'm so excited. By the way, whomever you are, please send me an Instagram photo once you have purchased yours. I can't wait to see what it looks like. It looks so beautiful. So I've got some updates about my trip. So I'm going to South Africa next month in June. Next month in June I'm going to South Africa. So obviously we know what that means, honey. That means I'm going to see the Louis Vuitton boutique in Johannesburg. I'm not going to say what I'm going to buy because I'm still finalizing like what I'm inspired to buy. But of course I want to see all of the bags and I want to see all of the ready to wear, and I'm super excited. So I'm very much in a Louis Vuitton mood. So I'm on the website just looking, seeing what's popping on the site. And then I see this really weird, like creepy section of the site. I'm going to try and put up a picture or a screen recording. I tried to do a screen recording. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't, I'll put a picture. They have this section on the website called, and this is the EU website in English that ships from the Netherlands, and it says leather bag selection. And there is a bit of SEO content, search engine optimization. They've written a paragraph which is above basically the bags but below the header. So that is so that if people are searching for leather bags, they end up on Louis Vuitton's website. Okay, so obviously this is stuff that I do for my business, for my actual work. So I was like, ooh, Louis Vuitton, you guys put some sneaky SEO content on your website, thinking that some of us won't see. This is definitely a recent development. This is not something that has been there for a long time. I monitor the EU site all the time, the one that's in English, and I just saw this recently. So let me just read the paragraph. I think it's worth us kind of chatting about. It's very, very interesting. So here we go. On the website, the SEO content reads as follows. It says, leather savoir-faire is at the heart of the Maison's heritage. Louis Vuitton's luxury leather bags for women include styles crafted from the emblematic leathers for which the house is renowned: textured epi, monogram emprunt, and Mahina calf. The collection is completed by distinctive designs fashioned from smooth or grained cowhide and calf skin, soft lamb skin, lizard, python, and other noble skins. Listen, you have to be paying attention to see what Louis Vuitton is saying here, honey. I have filmed a lot of videos, and a lot of other luxury channels have filmed videos about, is canvas done at Louis Vuitton? Is canvas dead? Is it finished? Like, is Louis Vuitton going to discontinue canvas? I always told you guys privately, and I always said on the channel that I didn't believe that Louis Vuitton was going to necessarily discontinue canvas, but I definitely feel that, leather is like the future of the brand, and we all know that. But it's crazy to see them write this paragraph so publicly on their website. It's really them saying without shame now that they're a fashion brand that is dedicated to leather. That's what they're saying when it pertains to the bags. They are a leather first brand when it pertains to their handbags and their accessories. So you see here it says, let's just deconstruct this paragraph for a second. And yes, this is SEO content, meaning the way it's written is that it's meant to target people who are searching for leather bags. Someone might be going into Google or Bing and might search leather bags online or new leather handbags 2022 or something like that. Might put that into Google. The whole point is that if they put leather bags online, or leather bags as a keyword, that they'll come up to Louis Vuitton's landing page. The fact that they say here the first 3 words are a signal about who Louis Vuitton is. We've always been talking about canvas this, canvas that, but maybe we've been missing the entire point. We all know that canvas isn't their focus right now. That's nothing new. But here they say leather savoir-faire. Like savoir-faire is French for know-how. Like leather know-how is at the heart of the Maison's heritage. You know, when you think of leather, and I know so many of you are going to be like, Big H, Big H. Big H is not the only leather horse in town, honey. She is one of many. There are many brands that have got a deep heritage in leather. So Prada, for example, even though today they're known for like nylon and things like that, Prada was founded in 1913. It's known for having a strong leather heritage. Ferragamo's leathers, which in my opinion are some of the most like buttery leathers in the game, in my opinion. I think that people aren't like that clued into Ferragamo, and I think Ferragamo is a really fascinating house because they're really known for their leathers and particularly the quality of their leathers. There are a lot of brands out there that are known for leathers, you know, and you know, when you think of leather, like, yes, of course you think of Prada, you think of Ferragamo, you know, even Fendi's leathers for their handbags, and of course, you know, Big H. You don't think of Louis Vuitton, right? Well, Louis Vuitton clearly wants to correct that because they're telling you that they have the leather know-how. They're talking about their textured epi, they're talking about the monogram emprunt, and then when they describe the Mahina calf, they call it delicately perforated Mahina. I mean, these are beautiful copywriting words to really kind of paint that picture that they are truly a leather goods brand, a fashion brand with a leather goods focus. Remember how I was telling you guys like how I felt like Big H had accepted, I think I said this a few videos ago, that they're technically, Big H basically now knows that she's a fashion brand, okay? You are a fashion horse, honey. You need to accept that. Big H has accepted that, and we saw that acceptance with that the autumn-winter 2022 catwalk show. That was like the first time we really saw Big H accepting that they're a fashion brand with a leather goods heritage. I think that what Louis Vuitton is saying here is they want you to respect them for their leathers. They're not just saying, oh, we're replacing canvas with leather, but we're going to be making these like second-rate handbags that no one cares about. No, they're saying we have leather savoir-faire. Remember how I told you, I think a few videos ago, I might have mentioned it to some of you, that they've opened a new exotics only atelier in Vendôme, I think Vendôme is just outside from Paris, but they've opened a new atelier just for exotics. Like, they're taking leather seriously. Here they reference exotics here. Instead of calling them exotics, they call them noble skins. Look at that. They say lizard, they say python, and other noble skins. Like, one of the biggest trends right now with exotics, if you like exotics, a lot of brands right now, they don't call them exotic leather, they call them like precious leather. I think on Big H's website they even say like precious leather. I think Gucci as well, precious. Instead of saying like exotic leather, exotic skin, they say precious leather, precious skin. And here they're saying a noble skin. I mean, you know, there's almost a kind of regal, almost a kind of royal kind of vibe to this whole thing. Like, they're taking leather seriously. The fact that they are so passionate about highlighting the leathers that they're known for. Everyone, we know that Louis Vuitton is known for epi, and of course the monogram emprunt. I think that the emprunt leather has been a huge success for them, because you know, when I think of like the emprunt leather, I think of like the on the go, because I feel like the emprunt leather really shines in a bag like the On The Go, which is, you know, just like a beautiful tote bag. That it was so successful, they made the bicolor emprunt, you know, leathers as well, where they paint in basically the monogram, so it's not just like embossed. On their website, when you click on iconic bags, they give you a filter that you can choose from, basically, of various bags that you want to choose that are from their iconic bag selection. So Big H also has bags that they call iconic, which is of course the Birkin, the Kelly, and the Constance. And now Louis Vuitton also have this, and I've got the receipts, honey, so no one's gonna play with me today. So the iconic bags that you can choose from here are the following: the Twist, the Alma, the Neufel, the Speedy, the Noe, the Dauphine, yes, you're the queen of Louis Vuitton, boo boo, the On The Go, the Coussin, and the Petite Malle. Okay, now let's talk about this because this is so interesting. So when I had stumbled across that, I stumbled across this whole iconic bag selection, which isn't new. They've had this for some time, but it's interesting to me that they would list out all of the bags that are part of the iconic bag selection. The Twist, a leather bag. The Alma, a canvas and a leather bag. The Neverfull, again, both options, canvas and leather. The Speedy, canvas and leather. The Noé, you see where I'm going with this, another canvas and leather. The Dauphine, of course, canvas, leather and exotic. The On The Go, canvas and leather. The Coussin, which is leather, and they're also doing exotic coussins right now in the Petite Malle, which is leather and I think leather, canvas and exotic as well. So what does this say, and what does this kind of prove to us about Louis Vuitton's strategy right now? I think Louis Vuitton keeps her ear to the ground, honey. She keeps her ear to the streets. She knows what bloggers are saying. She knows what influencers are saying. She knows what YouTubers are saying. She knows that, you know, people have been filming videos, me included, of course, about the future of canvas at the brand. I remember a long time ago, I did a premiere chat. I always do premieres for my videos for the most part, and one of my subscribers, Liz, commented in the premiere chat, and I'm paraphrasing, and Liz was saying that basically she had a theory that canvas might actually end up being like for VIPs. I actually think that this theory is not far-fetched at all. If Louis Vuitton is telling you the first 3 words out of LV's mouth on the website is leather savoir-faire, it's not canvas savoir-faire. It's not reverse monogram canvas savoir-faire, it's leather savoir-faire. I don't actually think that theory is far-fetched at all. I think Liz is onto something. I think it's not clear to us right now as Louis Vuitton clients, people who shop from the house, people who like the brand, like what their direction is. And I know you're all going to be like, they're going to discontinue canvas. They're going to discontinue canvas. They're not going to discontinue canvas. That's not going to happen. But they have definitely de-emphasized canvas. They do have a section called iconic monogram. I think they call it iconic monogram bags. But it's interesting how their iconic bag section is the leather, the canvas and the exotic bags together. I think that we will be seeing something like this. This is just me looking into my crystal ball because, you know, I read like annual reports and things like that. Louis Vuitton is the most successful luxury brand in the world. End of. Okay. When I was there in January, I was like, you know what? Big LV runs Paris, boo-boo. Okay. Chanel, Hermes, Dior, Balance, Versace. You can sit yourselves down, okay? Because Big LV is running Paris. She's everywhere. Like Parisians themselves are wearing the Pont Neuf bag, the Twist bag, the Emprunt On The Go. She runs Paris. And those are, you know, those are leather bags, okay? So the leather strategy has worked. I think that what we will see is they will go down a kind of hybrid route of limited editions and making canvas very desirable again and really increasing the price point for canvas. Let's talk about these canvas prices. They're very expensive. So for example, the Dauphine, which in my opinion is one of the most expensive canvas bags at the brand, considering for what it is. It's a shoulder bag. You know, it's a shoulder bag. You know, we're not talking about it's not like a super functional bag. It is a shoulder bag. I've seen some people on Instagram like somehow like do like changes to it and make it fit to their lifestyle and make it like a bum bag and make it a crossbody, whatever. I don't want to do that. When I buy the Dauphine, I want it to just be the way like Louis Vuitton intended for me to have it. But it's an expensive bag. It's 2,800. They had a price increase. Previously it was 2,700 and then now it's 2,800 euros, and that's in the EU. It is an expensive bag. I believe ages ago it was like 2,500. It is an expensive price point for a bag that is not made from leather. Okay, this is also a bag that has a vintage feel and a vintage vibe. Now, I believe the On The Go in the size, in the canvas finish, I believe that one's 2,300, something like that in euros. Again, I mean, that is a lot of money to spend for a bag that isn't made from leather. The Papillon in the Spring in the City collection that has the sunrise pastel colorway is 2,150 euros. Again, a really cute bag, and I know I've said I hate the Papillon. I still hate the Papillon, but I like that one. But again, 2,150. So really what Louis Vuitton is saying is that she is going to be increasing the prices for non-leather handbags in order to inspire you to go and take a leather bag instead. For example, the mini Dauphine in leather in that rose fluo collection, I think is like 3,200 euros, and I think previously they had this really beautiful gothic looking mini Dauphine in leather, and that one was 3,400 euros, and that was the mini one. But I mean, that's a leather handbag, and the rose fluo mini Dauphine is made from like grained calfskin, so it's going to be very hard wearing. It's going to last for a long period of time. You just add a few extra €100 and you get a leather handbag. What Louis Vuitton is saying is, canvas, in my opinion, is going to be a fun toy, okay, for people who shop at the brand to play with and to just basically put in and out of their collection. I think that is where we're headed. In the old days, canvas was hard wearing, so people would be like, wow, you know, I love Louis Vuitton's coated canvas because it's hard wearing, it lasts, and I can use it for a lot of things. And that was the whole point, was that because Louis Vuitton is essentially, to be honest, a luggage company with a luggage heritage as well, they, you know, innovated with coated canvas so that people would have these hard-wearing trunks that they could put all their stuff in when they're traveling, right? With people complaining about quality of the coated canvas, and talking about glazing and all of this, I actually think a lot of this is by design. Remember how I told you that I believe that Big C, essentially their handbags are just meant to be toys, that you just literally, you have, you know, Chanel 22P, you have Chanel 22S, you have Chanel 22A, and they're just toys. You just get a new Barbie doll with a new Barbie, you know, Ferrari car, you play with your bag, you put it on a few times, you wear it, you move on, and then you buy a bag from the next collection. And look at the way Chanel prices their bags. People always talk about Hermes. Forget about Hermes, honey. Chanel are literally saying, my name is Mattel, boo-boo. That is my name, okay? And you will be paying me to play with these very expensive handbags that have basically become toys. They're meant to break. They're not meant to last. They're not meant to be handed down from generation to generation, right? I think that is where Louis Vuitton is heading with the canvas options basically at the house. I think that they're meant to be bags that you just use, and then once they're showing that wear and tear, you just move on and replace it. Whereas the leather bags, I mean, honestly, in my opinion, when I saw the leather bags in January, I know people whinge and moan about Louis Vuitton's quality all day, but in my opinion, I thought that particularly the lambskin on the coussin was absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, so luxurious. I remember asking the SA, can I just touch it, you know? And he's like, yeah, of course you can, go ahead. And it was so soft, so luxurious. That is not by accident. It's not an accident that all of a sudden Louis Vuitton's leathers and the lambskin is so soft and buttery smooth and luxurious, and people are complaining about, oh, the canvas pieces aren't as good as they used to be. Canvas is now a toy. It's meant to be something fun, something that you buy whenever they do new collections, and then you move on and buy something else. Whereas their leather bags and their leather goods are meant to be items that you keep and you use and use and use and use. Leather bags, if they're taken care of, can last many years. A really good leather bag, if it's made well and if you take care of it as well, it can last for a long period of time. But I think that is where we're headed right now, and I think that they have proven that with that paragraph on the landing page there, by really talking about how they're all about leather savoir-faire. And another thing is, when you're on the EU site, they have put the leather bag selection landing page above the iconic monogram bag. So when you click on handbags, you'll see leather bag selection, iconic monogram bags. So that tells you everything that you need to know. They're really amplifying as well the other bags that are really driven by leather. I think that here there's a bag, maybe this is like a mistake, because we all know that the Capucine is the flagship of the house. Oh, hold on, wait. Yeah, we all know that the Capucine is the flagship of the brand, and that's really like the bag that is like the anchor of the house. I know that they didn't put it here in iconic bags, but obviously the Capucine is truly like the center of the brand, and they have put the Capucine in another section. So here on the handbag section, you have leather bag selection, iconic monogram bags, Then you have Twist, Coussin, Capucine, Dauphine. Okay, so I hope that just helps to kind of explain. So you might be like, oh, where's the Capucine? The Capucine is here, but it's under the handbag section. It's not under the iconic bag section. So I think that's just worth noting, because obviously the Capucine is the center of their handbag strategy. There is no Louis Vuitton leather strategy without the Capucine, just because of the price point of those particular bags. One of the biggest things that I always hear about from a lot of you guys, and I get this in my comments a lot, is like, oh, Louis Vuitton leather bags don't have a good resale value. That's actually by design, I believe. And I think that's the whole point of them, is they're not meant to be resold. They're not meant for you to think about them as like, oh, I want something with a good resale value. Yeah, if you buy a Capucine brand new from the boutique, you're not going to get what you paid for it. It doesn't matter if it's completely pristine or brand new. That's the whole point. They want you to really kind of love those leather bags. They want you to watch those bags develop patina. They want you to really, like, you know, put those bags into your wardrobe and for them to really be part of your style. Whereas the canvas bags, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, you know, canvas is like who we are, you know, whatever, and that's what people say. They say that we're canvas, but actually we're not a canvas brand, okay? We are not a canvas brand. Okay, we are a brand that is defined by many things, but it's not just canvas, and I think that is an important thing. So I know the comments are going to be like, they're trying to discontinue canvas, da, da, da. No, they're not going to discontinue canvas. Louis Vuitton are not stupid, okay? They're not going to discontinue canvas, but they are going to charge a premium for canvas as a toy, you know? I played with Barbies when I was younger. I love Barbie as like an aesthetic and as a visual. I think what Mattel have achieved with that, really with Barbie and Ken, frankly, two really iconic like figures, basically, let's say, is pretty cool. I think that Louis Vuitton are basically going to be making the like canvas the Barbie and Ken of Louis Vuitton, meaning it's fun, it's playful, but it's not meant to last, honey. You play with your Barbie until her wig falls off, then you get a new Barbie and you put that Barbie in the Ferrari until the Ferrari, the like little play toy car doesn't work, then you buy another one. That is what they're doing. It's not fast fashion, it's luxury as a toy, luxury as a whim, luxury as a mood, as a vibe. Moods and vibes change all of the time, you guys. So that is, I think, where they're headed with canvas. So I expect to see canvas continue to be more and more expensive to encourage people to purchase leather. Anyone who is buying these limited edition canvas pieces, so if you purchase something from Spring in the City, aka Sunrise Pastel, you're the kind of person that Louis Vuitton wants to buy leather, and they can probably convince you eventually to buy leather. And I'm willing to bet that there are a lot of you who did buy the Spring in the City collection, aka Sunrise Pastel. You probably do have leather bags. And let's be clear, the canvas on the Spring in the City collection looked like Umbron. It was actually crazy. Like they're even tricking your eye by showing you canvas that looks like leather so that you think it's worth more money, and then eventually you'll also be inspired to buy more leather from them. Very, very, very sneaky, very smart. Love to know what you guys think. I really hope that you have been liking these videos. Please consider joining me in my Facebook group, it's linked below, and following me on Instagram and TikTok. I need to know what you guys think. I told you it was Louis Vuitton week, and I told you I had the tea, and I told you I was coming with analysis, because you know I like to analyze things. I just think that that is where we're headed. We're headed to canvas as a toy. Chanel's bags are toys to Chanel. Louis Vuitton is making canvas as a toy. You know, I think that Louis Vuitton probably even are like so aware that everyone says canvas is their heritage. I mean, I don't know if I think canvas is their heritage. They're a luggage brand. Their luggages and their hard-sided trunks, that's their heritage. That's what Louis Vuitton was making in 1854. He wasn't like, you know, a young Louis Vuitton. That's the whole point. So Louis Vuitton Maltier. A Maltier is someone who makes trunks, luggages, right? So they're not, you know, when people say canvas is who they are, I don't think canvas is who they are. Who they are is rooted in luggage making. They always will be making luggages and making hard-sided items because that is who they are. Of course, canvas is part of that, but canvas is not the entire story, you know, about that. Every brand has this thing, like, can like Chanel exist without Karl Lagerfeld and Gabrielle Coco Chanel? Yes, it can. it's, you know, it's been a rough ride, but, you know, Big C, honey, she's going to be fine. She'll still have her wig on. Can Big H exist, you know, without, you know, the Beckham and the Kelly and the Constance? Yes, it's going to be rough, you know, and they're trying, and they are establishing themselves now as a fashion brand, and they are coming for everyone's spot. So the question here is, can Louis Vuitton exist without canvas? I think Louis Vuitton can exist without canvas being the center of what they do. I know that many of you are like disappointed with the strategy that they're going down by prioritizing leather over canvas, but if you think about it from a financial point of view, it just makes more sense. I mean, the price point of their like leather products is just so much more than canvas. So for example, I think in the EU, the Speedy 25 in the monogram canvas is 1,150, but the I think the bicolor Empreinte on the go in the size is like 2,700. I mean, the SA will still be using the same amount of energy to sell a client a canvas bag, whereas they could use that same energy and then sell someone a leather bag and basically make more money but doing the same amount of work. From a business point of view, it makes total sense. The question here is, are Louis Vuitton alienating a core group of people by focusing more on canvas, focusing more on leather as opposed to canvas? Of course they are, for sure, but clearly they have done financial modeling and they have figured out that they can afford to lose people because they will be retaining different clients with these limited edition drops that they're doing and with new leather releases, because we just had Spring in the City. I think there were some leather bags in that, and there were also canvas bags, of course. And then we have the Louis Vuitton Stardust collection that's coming in early June, and that is an Empreinte leather drop. So I think that they have basically proven that at this point they have successfully transitioned the business to a leather-first fashion brand. That is what they have managed to do, and it's taken them a few years and people have come kicking and screaming, but some of these new leather bits that they are making are so beautiful, so luxurious. Definitely that lambskin, honey. I think if you guys follow my Facebook page and if you're a member of my Facebook group, I put a picture of my cousin's Morel bag. So she got the Morel, and that is in that textured epi. That leather is so gorgeous, so beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So when she was showing me her Morel, I was like, look, Louis Vuitton, honey, she is not playing with you. And I think that the quality is fantastic. I know it's so hot and trendy right now to always, you know, complain about Louis Vuitton's quality, but honestly, even like my fashion jewelry earrings, my Louisa earrings, they're costume jewelry. It's basically brass. I take care of them. I don't put them near water or perfumes or cleaning agents or whatever, but they're looking good. I've taken pictures, I've put them in the group, and some of you are like, wow, I can't believe it still looks as good as it does, and it's been like 4 months. So I think it's worth just noting the changes that are happening at Louis Vuitton. If you're a canvas person, do you think that you can get into their leathers, or do you think that it's just a bridge too far for you in terms of what they're doing? Honestly, I don't like the gatekeeping around who can do leather. I hate when people are like, oh, everyone's trying to be Hermes, everyone wants to do what Hermes is doing. Stop. Hermes have canvas. Hermes have their own canvas range, and they make their canvas bags. I don't see anyone trying to check them and tell them not to do it. I think that everyone should do what they want to do and make the best products win. I'm kind of loving the new energy from Louis Vuitton. I feel like Louis Vuitton have so many new releases, they have so many drops. I know there are a lot of you who say to you it's like fast fashion. I don't think it's fast fashion because it doesn't have a fast fashion price point, but that doesn't really bother me either way. I think there are many different types of Louis Vuitton clients worldwide, and Louis Vuitton appeals to many different people, and at the end of the day, they cannot keep up with demand. The demand for their products is so high that this is what people want. So what do you guys think of that really interesting paragraph that is on the EU website? What do you think of the elevation of bags like the Coussin, the Capucine, and the Dauphine, and the Twist at the brand, which are predominantly leather bags, those ones that I mentioned, and what are your thoughts on them? So in terms of me, like obviously love the Dauphine. I wasn't a huge fan of the leather Dauphines, to be completely honest with you, but then when I was in Paris in January and I saw the coated canvas Dauphine, I did also see some leather Dauphines. They are so beautiful, like super 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 beautiful. I also love the idea of the bicolor empreinte on the go with the monogram. I love that, and that is a leather bag as well. I feel like their leather bags are just an acquired taste. It's kind of like caviar. It takes a few goes. You need to kind of look and kind of get a feel for it, and then eventually you start to kind of see what they're trying to do. But yeah, you know, salute to Louis Vuitton. They've successfully really changed their business model from this canvas-centered like fashion brand to now kind of going back to what they've always wanted to be, which is essentially a lifestyle brand that has many different reference points. You have these canvas handbags, you have leather handbags, you have ready to wear, you have exotics, you have hard-sided trunks. Like, they're a lifestyle brand, a fantastic home selection as well. So I'd love to know what you guys think about the things that were written on Louis Vuitton's website, and how do you guys feel about the changes that they have made? Honestly, I know people complain about changes all the time, but people aren't going anywhere. Louis Vuitton's always releasing stuff. I did my preview for the Stardust collection. That preview video got so many views, so many of you watched that video. People love Louis Vuitton, honey. It is what it is. She's that chick. She's the #1 luxury brand in the world. So I'd love to know what you guys think about that. Make sure you like the video. Make sure that you're fully subscribed. Every day in May is continuing until the 31st of May. If you have missed out on any of my videos, go check out my playlist, because I have been creating some new playlists as well. So I'd love to, hear from you guys, like what types of things you'd like to see, because I think we have a few more. I think we have like just under 2 weeks left. So yeah, I'd love to know what you guys think. What did you guys think of Louis Vuitton week? I know there are a lot of you who love Louis Vuitton who watch my page, and I'd love to know. So anyway, I'm super excited for my trip, which will be next month in June. So I'll be really keen to see what I see at the Louis Vuitton in Johannesburg. I'm keeping an open mind. I don't want to say what I'm gonna buy because I don't know. We'll just see what stock is there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow in my next video.